Hello everyone, so this is a test of my first time streaming with this setup. So we're using this as a test for the GVC charity event that I'm running next week. So I just wanted to go over a few things, make sure everything's working, and also as well I thought why not use this time to discuss the Honour in Flames pack as it's all gone live on 5 Rings DB. So again, this one's probably going to be a bit more unprofessional, just while I check that everything is working. So I'm just going to check to make sure the stream is live on my YouTube, just so I can make sure that it is all working. So let's have a quick look now. Are we live? Yes, we appear to be live. So that's good. So we're a minute in. So again, anyone watching, please just let me know what you're thinking of the setup. Even if you're watching it slightly delayed, just so you can see what's going on. So what I'm going to do now first is go across to 5 Rings DB. There we go. And let's see what we've got. So first card up is the Lion card, Commander of the Legions. 4 cost, 2 glory, 2 political, 4 military. For a bushy commander. So again, plays around with that commander keyword that Lions seem to love at the moment. Each other Lion character you get gets +1 military. Seen that before. During the Fate phase, if you have at least 5 or more honor than your opponent, Fate cannot be removed from Lion characters you control with a printed cost of 3 or lower. So a very solid character, very much synergy with, I would say, all 3 strongholds. Weirdly, he's a commander, so if you're running any of those strongholds, you're getting the stuff that relies on commander keywords. He's helping your lower costs in case you're running the 2 cost holding that straightens people, provinces. Works really well with on a general. Just 4 players, one of those in, have the other one in play. Everyone's getting +2 military. Really, really solid card. Whether it will see much play is a difference in situations. So let's hope that he does. So up next we've got Cursed Misfortune, which is a neutral attachment. So this is the one that was spoiled a couple of weeks ago, which is the 1 cost 0/0. Each other attachment on an attached character gains restricted. So what that does is it sort of limits the amount of attachments you can have on a character. It's a good job that it says each other, not just each attachment, because if not, this becomes a restricted one. So it does mean that an opponent, if they've got a tower, if they've got, say a lion with Fan of Command, a Tessin, a favoured mount, 2 tactical ingenuities, they've got to remove all bar one of them. So again, it's a solid anti-tower card. It has one purpose. So again, I can see like 1 or 2 popping into decks, just general decks. I think a few more into control decks, which are struggling with tower. I personally probably won't be running it. As for those who know me, run HMT Swarm. But again, very solid card. I expect this to see a lot of play. So next up we've got Circle of Vengeance, which is an air 4-strength province. Interrupt, when this province is broken, choose a character, put 1 flag on that character and honour it. So it's kind of like a dialed down Feast or Famine. So it's kind of what Feast has kind of come a little bit. However, you're not taking it off an opponent, and you're not you're just placing it from the pool, and it does actually allow you to honour it. So I mean, I think again, this is something I could see myself running, especially with cards like Join the Fray and Calves. Talisman, Node of Terrain. I've got ways of moving, controlling where my opponent goes. So I think decks like that will see it. I mean, it's an air province, which makes it a very, very tight province. Maybe some Seeker of Air decks might make use of it. Maybe some Scorpion decks running Noble Sack as another way of honouring a character. You can put a Fate on, say, someone with Dire, character ability, and then suddenly you are getting value out of that. Next we go on to Uji, so our second alliteration of him. So Daidoji Uji, 5 cost, 6/2, Banshee Daimyo Shinobi. So, yep. While this character is honoured, you may play each character underneath as if it was in your hand. So, reaction, after this character enters play, search your conflict deck for 4 cards, place them underneath this character face down, or out of play. When this character leaves plays, remove each face down character from the game. So, again, plays really well. I probably expect to see a lot of play for this in Crane. You know, you've got the 0 cost courtier who flips provinces, so he feeds into that deck well because you're again searching for her. You know, you're searching for a lot of, I wouldn't even say cheap characters, like just a lot of characters. So he does definitely, I feel, do a different role. Very similar, but a lot more tutoring kind of deck. So if there's a certain character you want, you know, you're going to be able to find them, especially if he comes in off the Eminent Crane Province, which brings him into play on it straight away. He's already an 8/4, which is tanky. You know, he's not going to be losing many duels. He's honoured. You're then searching for 4 characters of your control. Passing, because you've just played Uji. You know, and then you've got maybe 1 or 2 fate. You know, you found a 0 or 2/0 cost, so you can flip out someone else. And yeah, that is looking good. So let's see who else you have. So again, Uji, I expect to see a lot of play. So let's go on to the next one, which is Darkness Rising. This one's to load, which is a Crab Water Roll card. So again, we're teaming up with Fight On. It's the first thing I'm seeing from this. And then we have, so this fate cost can only be paid with fate on characters you control. So again, ties with that cycle of vengeance. Action, during a conflict, dishonor a friendly participating character. Bow each participating character with lower military skills than dishonored character. So again, we know that the water does go into that bowing role. I mean, firstly, I love the art on this. I so hope they make this a full art. I can't see them doing it because there's a lot of text on that. But yeah, imagine this in a full bleed or a playmat. Ooh. Again, it kind of ties in with that bowing readying effect that water typically does. I think Crab are going to have a lot of fun out of this whole paying with fate of people and stuff like that. I mean, don't forget they've got characters that sacrifice themselves to give fate on characters as well. Plus, you know, characters with no fate typically don't have a problem sticking around, do they? It's this Crab. So let's also have a look. So again, you know, pretty solid. So again, there's a lot of cost in this card. You know, you're paying to your dishonoring a participating character, but then you're bowing each dude. So again, on someone's box, if you pumped your car out, and then they bow you, or you're running a lot of movement. I mean, to be fair, this wouldn't be terrible out of a unicorn movement deck. You know, you can reduce it with Shahai. I think. No, you can't. Ignore me. But yeah, so again, it's an interesting card. But I think Crab overall are going to have a lot of fun with new mechanics coming out. We then got Phoenix Holden, the Guardian Dojo. Characters played from adjacent provinces enter play honoured, and you cannot place a fate on them when they're paid. So, kind of a weird one for Phoenix. Like I say, I mean, I don't watch a lot of online content. I know based on what I play in groups, I haven't played against much Phoenix, so I don't really know where they are at the moment. So as much as I would love to say, I mean, I would definitely take this in HMD. You know, a swarmy style of deck, you're not paying fang dudes, but they're coming in honoured, which is interesting. It may be seen, like, again, maybe in a Crane on a deck, Crane splashed on a deck. That could work, you know, with the old Stronghold, with the Glory Pumps. You know, everyone's coming in with a +2/+2 essentially. Or one person is. So not too bad at all. So next we go on to Master of Jade, which is a keeper role. So Crane are only playing this if they are doing other stuff. Give me 1 second. So yeah, Crane are only doing this if they are streaming items. So, sorry, words are hard. Crab are only really playing this if playing all the stuff in this pack, if playing Keeper of Water, which again isn't terrible. But again, it's another lose honor for a 4/3/3 and 0 glory. But you're placing Fate on a character, so again, kind of works well. And you know, it kind of synergizes with everything coming out, but you are losing honor. Sorry, I was just getting some information on how the test stream's going there, so I do apologise, but yeah, just making sure it's all working. So yeah, like losing the honor, putting a Fate on a character. Again, you need to be careful when you're using this. You know, Swap Dishonor is gonna creep back in if it ever went. So yeah, be careful, but an interesting card. And then speaking of Scorpion, kind of the replacement for Liar. So it's a 1-cost 0/1 Courier, 0 glory, courtesy. Yes, this will see play. It kind of fills that hold. Like, I mean, I've got a good friend who's a Scorpion player. Really misses Liar. It kind of fills that hold, but not as strong politically. But he never used it to break politically. Courtier for Dishonor. It's that dude who's just a cheap body to block, so you don't lose honor for anything, or you'll poke in the air ring just to make sure they're not claiming it. So you know you have some interesting cards there. So yeah, definitely we'll see play. Let's go on to Unicorn. So again, my clan, so I should have a bit more of a clue. So we've got the Nimble Noyan. So it's a 4/1 for 3, 1 glory, bushy cavalry commander. Because participating in the character. Conflict. Bowed participating characters contribute their skill and resolution towards the conflict. Dire is when it has no fate on it. So yes, I can see this having play. A couple of reasons, like the old Sonani deck. You can fish for it out of 8 cards. So if you're running 1 or 2, you should typically be able to find it. If say you've hit a Revels, or they've bowed, or you know you've lost duelist training, things like that, suddenly your old Sonani's not dead fish. So I do like this. You know, I do typically like this card for that style of deck. It doesn't suit me at the moment. I can't see me playing it, but 3 for 4/1 is very strong. Not unique. All those keywords. And like I said, the fact you can fish for it with old Sonani is really great synergy. So I can see it in that style of deck. So again, we'll see play in that deck. You are stuck to Keeper, but most Unicorn have been playing Keeper forever. So yeah, I think that will see play. So Perfect Land Believer. So Dragon. 1 cost 1/1/0 Peasant Heretic for 0 glory. While this character is ordinary, it gets +2/+2. So yep, whatever ordinary means. I can't remember what that keyword does. But you know, just looks like a normal person. You know, Heretic, Peasant, interesting keywords. Obviously, I'm assuming Dragon, which just said Dad, Monk on it. But yeah, very cheap potty. No keywords at the moment. Maybe a Dragon Peasant deck one day. Be weird. But yeah, I can't really comment without knowing what Ordinary does. So if anyone knows, please do let me know in the comments. So then we go to another Roll-Lot Earth card for Crane. Raised to the ground. After you win a military conflict against a non-stronghold province, dishonor a participating friendly character, and break the face-up province. And break a face-up friendly province, break the entire province. So, I like this. You know, I play a lot of HMT. I really like it in that. You know, it does add that balls to the wall mentality. So you know, we've all had it. We've all wasted pumps, and we've tied in somewhat. I mean, you are breaking one of your provinces, so you need to be careful what you're breaking. You know, stuff like abandoning an honor. Thinking something like before the throne, because you can break it yourself and get that effect, which would be really cool. You know, that'd be interesting. I think Raise the Crown, I like it. I don't know whether Crane will play it. That's the issue. Like, I'm coming obviously from a HMT aggro standpoint. If someone plays this against me, great. Especially turn one. Turn one first conflict. Cool, I'll just be on your box then. Yay. Interestingly, you don't reveal the province. So you have to break a face up. But if you're using something like say you need to get that break off to get your second political conflict on their box or something, and you could just kill off your city of the rich frog or something like that. That would be cool. Wrong key again. So back onto small unicorn. So we actually got 3 cards in this, which makes me happy. So this is a +2 holding action to the conflict twice per round. So it's my Juro on a preference, on a holding, sorry. It's +2 strength, which is nice. Again, if you're building that sort of movement deck, sure, really cool for that. Maybe something like Shiro Shinjo benefit from that. You know, I mean, my issue with holding sometimes is you need to not have them on that or on the right card. I mean, sometimes like I think I'd replace this into favorable ground. Certainly, like it's a good unicorn replacement for that. So if you are running favorable, which I often run 1 or 2 of, it's a good replacement for that because you're not sacrificing it. It's a plus strength, and you're getting it twice. So really, it's a much better favorable ground for unicorn. I think it's the way to see it. Not read it as a 2 strength holding. You're gonna consistently moving. It's a non-discardable, non-sacrificial +2 favorable ground. So if you're playing that on unicorn, that just replaces. So I like it because you're moving. You're only moving in though. Ooh. If it was in or out, that'd be amazing. In fact, it's just in. Tempting. Again, especially if you've got bowed characters though, come back with Nimble Noyan. You know, move in a bowed character. Maybe. I can see use for it. And then we get to some more Mayho. We got the Shadow Steed. That's a lot like a Dark Moto. So this is our Ancestral. This character's fate cost can only be paid on characters you control. You gain Cavalry, and if attached character has no fate on it, you can lose knowledge to ready it. So you don't have to pay for the fate on the character, though. Is the way I'm reading this. So what you can do is you can carry reserves out, say a Tetsuko. Put this on pay the fate off like a Border Rider or something you've put fate on. Attach this to say Tetsuko. Have no fate on it, lose an honor, ready it to come back in again. See a little bit of play? Like, I think it's too similar. Like, Unicorn have a lot of weird ready, like where it's not quite strong enough. So, try that out soon. Then we go on to the Shape of Flesh, which is Unicorn Scorpion attachment. Again, paying for fate off characters. And you gain Covert and cannot be honoured. +1 for 1. Mayho spell water. Interesting. Only 1 influence, so I think there will be other clans that are making use out of this. I don't know who. It's interesting, like not being able to honor your characters. So again, you're wanting decks that don't have a lot of honor mechanics. So you're looking at things like, again, Unicorn, Dragon, maybe. Gaining Covert could be fun with Dragon. Maybe with Kaido and Bushi, obviously, as well. You're looking to dishonor your characters, then honor them. You know, I mean, it can be bluffing out your opponent to not have them honored. So if they play an Uji, I'd rather him be coverted than give me covert than playing those 4 characters underneath. Especially if they have, like I said earlier, like if they have gone for the 3 of the 0 cost revealing provinces to make sure they flip their Magistrate Station. That's their big play this turn. Attach that to him. He can't be honoured against Covert, but they're not flipping everything over. They're not ready on Magistrate Station. They're not saving him with the province a bit later on. It's a lot of control. Typical Scorpion. Be interesting. Getting towards the end now. Then we got Shoju's Diviner. So again, 3/3/3/3, 1 Imperial, Shigenjira. And it says Dire is action. Look at the top 8 cards of your conflict deck. Then discard any number of those cards and put them back. The rest in top in any order. So again, you can kind of fish. Fish for characters, fish for what you're looking for. Make sure that's ready to go next turn. Maybe in like a weird Imperial deck, this may see play. Shug Scorpion deck. I can't see it being huge. I can't see this being game changing. You know, Dire Scorpion don't really have a lot of way of keeping dudes around if they're not splashing ways to do that. So again, could be an interesting one. Then we got the Dragon Heresy 0 cost. Reveal a friendly face down province. Choose an ordinary character. Ready that character. Really good. Again, need to figure out what ordinary is. But water, just ready a dude for free. Why not? You know, reveal a province. So there is a cost to it. But you know, if you're not playing against Shiroshinjo, you're running stuff that you don't mind them hitting, stuff like Meditations of the Town, Manicured Gardens, File Fields. You know, you still kind of want to be clever in what you're revealing, and you need to remember that you're only revealing certain stuff, so you want to be careful on that. Then we go to a Crab 0 cost 1/1 dash Berserker. So Crab are going to be on this already. Berserker, Bushy, 0 cost. During the conflict, sacrifice another character. This character gets +2 until the end of the conflict. Really nice. Really nice card. Again, helps with the whole we want to murder our own stuff. Crab. You know, big axe, lovely art. Again, I mean, Crab have definitely won the art so far in this pack. But yeah, it's just a no-brainer for me. Crab will be definitely playing 3 of these. 0 cost, 1, allowing you to sacrifice someone else as well. So like the character against you to Fate, the courtesy guy, it's not him, and then you sacrifice him later for something else. Essentially a 0 for 1 is already pretty good. Infinite value, apart from your card that you're losing out of your deck. Not many left to go, but then we go to the Steward of Cryptic Lore. Feelings 4 for 3/3/2. Shug Scholar. Dire gets +3 political. During an Earth conflict, select one. The attack province gets +3 strength or -3 strength until the end of the conflict. So again, good synergy with Ethereal Dreamer. When you want to be contesting that Earth ring early to bounce someone else. You know, you're making your defenses stronger, or your opponents. This isn't the Dire ability as well, so it's just a natural ability. So I think that's one of the first few characters we've seen which have a Dire effect and just a normal really good action. Again, could be one to run 1 or 2 of in a Fushiko deck, just so you can pull them back out randomly. You know, at that point when you feel you need him on your box, on their box. You know, so it's a 3 swing. Essentially, it's if you do Forebearer's Echo on, say, a political on their box, that's a 6 swing. You know, or you even Fushiko him the turn before at the end of the turn, so the following turn you've got him in there. You know, it's got no fate on him. He's coming in for 6 political, minus a stronger. That's 9. If you can honor him, that's 11. You know, that's most provinces in the game broken if they're not defending or they don't have much political. But speaking of strong provinces, though, we come to Roar of the Lioness. So it's a water roll province, equal to half the amount of honor in your honor pool rounded up. So you start the game on 13 honor. You bid 3. Your opponent bids 5. You're suddenly on 15 honor. This is an 8 strength province. Good luck. Yeah. know, it's an interesting one. I think it could be quite an interesting one to go on. So we've got some comments in there. So volume control and a little bit on ordinary, neither honoured or dishonoured. Cool, perfect. So ordinary pretty good, neither honoured or dishonoured. And we just need to adjust the volume control. So let's do that now. There we go. Is that a little bit better? There you go. That should be a bit clearer for everyone. Just let me know, Jason, if that is better for you. So yeah, so overall, Honour very interesting. Again, in the Honour deck, I can see it's in a lot of play. It's very, very strong. We then go to another province for Crane, Way of Peace. 3 strength, air province. Interact when this province is spoken, choose 3 characters, honour each of those characters. Interesting. Again, it's just another way of honouring Crane. Maybe Crane on a rocket coming soon. It's not far behind. Obviously, it's not as bad as when dueling was a thing. You know, the whole you can't bid one, it was more of dishonour, whereas this is more honouring your dudes. Again, it's a lot of contention on that air province. It could be an interesting one to see if this sees play. It's another 3 strength province for Crane though, which I feel they have a lot of. So we'll have a little look at that at a later date. But again, maybe we'll see play. We then go to a Lion battlefield. So you attach 1 battlefield per province. So this is under Amateratsu's gaze. So the sun is blessing this battle. So during a conflict at an attached province, increase the cost for the player to play each card in their hand by 1, unless that player has 5 or more honour than their opponent. So again, teams will wear the Lion, that whole honour theme that Lion have a lot at the moment. You know, if you have one of these in your hand, there's no real temptation not to bid 2 to 1. Your opponent bids 5. It's normally a 6/7 honour swing because of the advantage on your box. You know, your opponent's paying. Well, it's everything. You pop this and Ageless Crone. Yeah, that's expensive. Put it in a Unicorn Honor deck maybe with Tetsuko and an Ageless Crone. Your opponent's playing 3 Fate for a 0 cost event. Could be a fun thing to think about. It's something I've done before with Ageless Crone. Like, oh, you've got 1 Fate there. Okay, you can't play any cancels because, you know, I've got Tetsuko and this Ageless Crone in here, and I've got this hand full of attachments. So yeah, well, it's well with Ageless Crone as well. Really, sometimes like paying 2 costs for 2 Fate for a cancel is really strong. You know, and you can choke that opponent out as well. It's something I do with Tetsuko a lot. It's won me a lot of games. It's allowed me to win a game with a state your hand on a Toshimoko duel before, when he had 6 cancels in hand because he was out of Fate because Tetsuko was in the conflict. You know, it's an interesting one. I think a Lion will use this. Maybe Crane. Crane don't really struggle with Fate at the moment either, so it could be a fun deck. And then we go to our last attachment, which is Unhallow, which is a Phoenix attachment to a province. Attached province gets +3 strength, and it can only be played with characters on Fate. As an addition to declare 1 or more defenders during a conflict, you must lose a province. So you must lose an honor. So it's kind of a weird one. Like, you're given 3 strength for a province, which is really strong. Something like Kirimori, where you're flipping the conflict type most of the time anyway. You know, if they just pump it to break, you then lay this out. You know, you can always attach it after you declare defenders. So you declare your defenders, then lay on to get +3 strength. Don't forget as well, you can team the fields and stuff like that as well. And this isn't limited to 1 per deck. 1 per attachment because it's not a battlefield. So you can have 3 of these on your box for a +9 strength. You know, say you're against a high-speed military deck. I'll take Unicorn as an example. Plus you got Entrenched on there. That's a 20 break. That's 20 strength they need to break. Yeah, you're only getting to 1 defender, but they're having to save up a lot of cards to get that 20 in. You know, plus your Phoenix. You know, you might be running ways of cheating characters from hand characters, feral ninjas, stuff like that. Could be a bit of a weird one. But yeah, so there we go. So that is me going through the decks in Honour and Flames. Like I say, this was a bit more of a test for GVC to see if that was. I didn't realise this was going on for half an hour. I thought it'd only take about 10-15 minutes to run through. So what I'm going to do now is watch this back, see if everything's worked. Hopefully the volume is a bit better, and everyone can hear me a lot more clearer. But yeah, I'll be going through, looking through this now, making sure everything's fine. So thank you for the few people that jumped in. And like I said, it'll be this channel for GVC. Just to mention, raffle tickets, the PayPal link is below. You just need to go through PayPal me. It's £1 a ticket, limited enough money as you can buy. We're currently up to £180 raised, which is absolutely amazing. So that's not including gift aid as well. So that will be about another £45 at the moment, something like that. So you know we're nearly at 250, which is amazing. It's almost as much as we raised last year. Plus we still got the day itself. Plus I can see that people have already made donations on the Just Giving page for GVC as well. So if we included all that, we're probably at around 250 to maybe even 300, which is absolutely amazing. So let's keep the support coming in. And like I say, we'll see you all on Saturday. I'll probably do another test towards the end of the week, like Friday or something, just to make sure it's all working. But thank you ever so much for watching, and have a lovely evening, and we'll catch you all on